Think about it. Think of yourself as a child. Think of your life in growing up in a family. You had Christmas, you had birthdays, you had your holidays. You felt secure because you had your mom or your dad or both. You had maybe siblings. Think of all that disappearing out of your life. Now, where do you go back for Christmas? Where do you go back for your holidays? Where do you go when everything in your life may turn sour? Because the one place you can go is home. The unconditional love, it's there in home. It's there in family.
To me, home is like your comfort zone. It's where you can go and you're just like being yourself.
And not have to dress up like really nice all the time or always walk out with my face smiling at everybody.
Home is where you should have a parent that loves you and have at least a family next to you. And just to know that you're safe and you're where you're supposed to be.
It's a place that they know they're unconditionally loved, no matter what. It's a place where they know they have a voice, no matter what.
Home is like safe. Don't have to worry that much. A relaxing place.
Home is where it's warm and loving and understanding.
There are over 500,000 kids across the country that are in foster care. Over 100,000 of those kids have a goal of adoption. NHS believes that kids need to be in homes. They don't need to be in a residential facility. They do best growing up in a family and being in a home environment.
What makes it work is we take foster parents, people that also want to think outside the box, think outside their own close-knit family, and decide somewhere along the line they want to give something back. And what better way to give it back to a child? That we take that concept and we take the toughest kids and we teach them, we give them the tools to work with so they're not afraid to work with these kids, that these kids are not a threat, that they don't say, oh, this child has mental illness, but they rather say, this kid has some issues. We teach all the skills. It's not just something they're going to read in a book. These are the skills I have gone through myself. It's a bunch of day-to-day skills that make them from good parents to great parents to magnificent parents. Top of the line.
Our house is a bunch of different personalities wrapped up into one.
It's never a dull moment.
No.
Never a dull moment.
I see potential in everything. So when I see a new face come into the home, I see, well, there's some things that we can learn together. Not just that child, but myself as well, because when you're doing foster care, you learn things every day with that child.
I've been here for a year and a half, and wow, I like it here and I don't like it here. I don't know what it is.
You know, you may have a child that you're working with, and they may not open up to you. They might not open up to you for a while, and then there's just one day, one particular moment that you get it. And once you get it, it's priceless.
It really gets you to appreciate what you have and like to give them a family too and try to like help them be a part of something to make them feel at home.
Or sometimes they just need help getting over what happened to them in the past.
Yeah.
I can talk to them, I can tell them, you know, get on their level and tell them what's really going on. This is what's going to happen. If we don't get things straightened up for you, this is what can happen to you in the future.
So I gotta try harder to be good, to get adopted.
And then when you wake up the next day and you see the benefit of that long talk you might have had with that child, it outweighs a lot of the stress that sometimes you can go through. And also it's fun to sometimes see the children that you worked with years ago come back and say, hi Mom, hi Dad, look at me.
Yeah.
And we get that.
And Jeanette's a good cook. And you can tell her I said that.
It's myself, and I have 2 biological daughters who are 10 and 11, and then my boys, which are triplets, who are 14. They are adopted.
My name is Joel, Jason, and Josh.
And I enjoy it. I enjoy being with them. We do a lot of things together. We vacation together. We study together. We spend a lot of time as family together, and it really works. Joel was the first one that came here, and he was actually the firstborn. One night he had said he wished he was brown. And I said, why do you wish you were brown? And he said, because I want you to be my dad. And so I'd explained to him that he didn't have to be brown for that to happen.
I really liked him because he was really kind and generous.
Joe really touched my heart when he said that. And when I seen not only were they brothers, but they were triplets. And they were all 3 in different homes. And that just bothered me.
Like, I was bored and I missed my brothers and I will never see him again.
I remember I was confused. I said, why can't they visit at someone's house? He said, well, no one can handle them. You know, they were young then, they were 10 and full of energy.
Before we wasn't together, I wanted to play with my brothers and I didn't have nothing to do.
I just couldn't see why these 3 couldn't be in one house at one time. And so we worked towards that.
My brother wanted us to come here and live, and now I have a lot more fun.
And things got broke, and things happened, but my walls are still here. One of the things with our agency, we have therapeutic care, and I really enjoy that. I took a lot of training on different problems that the children had, and so once the kids realized that they had the discipline, that they had the stability, that they had someone who would listen, then I just didn't have the problems.
And I'm really happy that I live here and I have a nice dad that takes care of us like a regular dad does.
We have a busy home, very busy home. We have lots of activity, lots of animals, cats, dogs, birds, flowers. We have a lot of fun, My name is Linda Nolan, and I've been working with children for about 22 years. This is Josie Wagner, my adoptive daughter. I have 4 other ones that are still in foster care. My heart is working with girls that will be going out on their own, independent living, teaching them independent living skills, and just giving them tools for the rest of their life, really, and a place to come back to.
I like how she's happy and she's how a mom should be. She's caring and she's loving. She wants to help kids that need help, and I think that that's something that people should look into, like doing, because there's kids out there that do need help and that don't know what to do. She's just a wonderful person.
She called me Mom. I just could, it was like she was my child. I couldn't imagine anything else. Just seeing them succeed, just seeing them laugh, just seeing their needs met, that they can relax, that they can come home, and we talk, and we laugh, and we cry, and we argue. All of those things, but that they can express their feelings, and they're okay, the anger, and everything else is okay.
When I get older, being in foster care made me realize that I wanted to be a foster parent because I've had so many experiences that I just want to be a foster parent.
With teenagers?
Mm-hmm.
Teenagers?
For anyone thinking about doing foster care, I would say you would have to have a lot of compassion in your heart to be understanding and to have patience.